Hi there and welcome to the video tutorial of Smart Health Insure designed by ineetech International FZE for the processing of medical claims. Please open an internet browser using Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome or Internet Explorer and type the web address www.smarthealthinsure.com to reach the home page. You will have to enter the username and password assigned to you here. For the demo, the username would be training. I'll enter the password and click on login. We're now on the main page, which has 3 links under the main link claim. Click on the first link, pending for processing scanned, and you can see some of the claims that are pending for processing. Please note you'll be able to view up to 15 claims at a time. As and when the claims are processed, fresh ones will be populated in the list. Ideally, you should process the claims in serial order. However, if you are facing any problem with a particular claim and are awaiting clarification, you can always proceed to the next claim and come back and complete the earlier one within a week. For this demo, we shall take the claim number MS120801936 of Zuleika Hospital. Click on the link at the end of the row to open the claim. We are now on the data entry page. This page, as you can see, is split into two. The left side has all the scanned documents from where we get the details for processing the claim. The right side is the actual data entry side. Before we actually proceed with the data entry, let's have a look at the documents available. The first one in this set is the invoice, which gives you the patient name, the amount that the patient has to pay, that's the deductible, the invoice number, the invoice date, visit date or the consultation date, and of course the various amounts that have been charged to the patient. Next is the patient investigation report. The third one in this set is the prescription, which has the doctor's signature and stamp. The fourth one is the claim form, which mentions the complaints and the diagnosis. This also has the doctor's signature and stamp. In some cases, of course, signature is not there. The final document in the set is the medical insurance card of the patient, which mentions his name, his employer, the card number, his date of birth, the deductible, etc. Now moving on to the actual data entry, we start with the first field, which is the region. You'll have to choose Dubai here since we are processing claims of Dubai region now. Under facility, we will choose Zuleika Hospital as if this particular claim belongs to Zuleika Hospital Dubai. You can check it out from the invoice. Next is the doctor name. Though it says doctor name, what you actually have to enter here is the doctor's specialization. You can get this either from the claim form or from the prescription. In this particular case, it's not very clear, so you can check it out in the invoice. It says consultation CP1. So in this field, you will choose consultant CP1. The claim number is there by default. It would be a good idea to note down the claim number, as you might need to recall a claim should you get logged out of your system before you actually complete the claim. The next field to be entered is the consultation date. From the invoice, you can make out that the consultation or visit date is 16th June. So from the calendar, you will choose 16th June. You'll have to choose 16th June. Next is a member ID. This you can get either from the member patient insurance card or from the claim form. Claim form says 10251. Just in case it is not very clear on the claim form, it would be better to take it from the insurance card of the patient. 10251. You will enter 10251. Please note the card number has to be mentioned or entered in the same way as it is mentioned on the insurance card. If there is any space, it will have to be mentioned as such. Next is the member name. You will take the member name from the drop down, Muhammad Hamad Muhammad Idris. You can cross check that with the medical insurance card. The date of birth appears by default. This also can be verified with the medical insurance card. Next is the invoice number. Invoice number is FB02425817. FB02425817. Press tab and enter the invoice date. That is 26th June as per the invoice. We are now done with the first part of the data entry. The next section is the presenting complaints. This you need not enter. You can go directly to the third segment. Please note you have to enter the fields which are in white background only. You don't have to enter the fields which are in grey. So the third segment is a treatment plan. Under the treatment plan we have 3 tabs. The first tab is consultation. Under consultation, first field is the consultation type. From the drop down you will have to choose either new consultation or follow-up. In this case you will have to choose new consultation as the invoice mentions consultation charges of 250. The invoice number and invoice date appear by default. Deductible is also there by default. Next you have to enter the gross amount field. In this case the gross amount charge is 250 dirhams. So we will enter 250, press tab. We come to the discount field. In this particular invoice there is a discount of 50 dirhams that has been given. So we will enter 50. Click on apply for the discount to take effect. And you can find that the consultation approved amount is 175 dirhams, which you can cross check with the invoice. It says 175 dirhams. Just in case there is an amount appearing in the denied amount column, you will have to give the reason for the denial. Click on save and go to the next tab. Please note the finish button will have to be clicked only at the end of making all the entries. The second tab is a medication. From the invoice you can make out that the medicine Omnic Ocas has been prescribed. You can either click on the alphabet O and then choose the medicine from the drop down, or you can go and put in the name Omnic, or at least the first few letters. Click on search and then take the drug from the drop down. Omnic Ocas 0.4 mg. This is the one that has been dispensed. Next field is the select form, that's film coated tablets. Next is the strength, 0.4 mg. Next is the pack size. It says 30s. As per the invoice also it's correct, 30s. Invoice number and invoice date, as I mentioned, appears by default. Next you have to enter the quantity. 30 numbers have been dispensed, so you will put it as 30. Press tab and check for the amount. 133.50 is the amount. You'll have to now enter the gross amount field. As per the invoice it is 133.50. Next is the discount. In this case you can make out there is no discount given, so you need not enter anything here. Co-insurance also in this particular invoice it is not there. In case co-insurance has been mentioned in the invoice, it will have to be entered in this field. The approved amount is 133.50, which you can verify from this column in the invoice, 133.50. You will now have to click on the add button. And you will find that the particular medicine has been added to the list. Now in this case it has come twice, so you will have to now delete one of them. For deleting, you can just go to this cross button here and click on it. It will get deleted. In case you have made a mistake and you want to redo the particular entry, you can click on this, delete it, and re-enter the medication correctly. 133.50 is what has been charged on the invoice. Click on save and then go to the next tab, which is the investigation procedure. In the invoice, an ultrasound of the abdomen has been done. So now you'll have to choose from under the alphabet U. You can choose from the drop down ultrasound, or as per the invoice, US-abdomen. You can look for US-abdomen, abdomen, whole abdomen. That's what has been mentioned in the invoice. So you will go for that. The CPT code field for now will have to be left blank. Under the quantity, you will enter the quantity as mentioned in the invoice. In this case it is 1, so 1 is fine. Press tab. Okay. Put 1, press tab, and go to the gross amount field. Gross amount here is 800, so we will enter 800 in the gross amount field. Press tab again, enter the discount if any has been mentioned on the invoice. It's 160 dirhams discount has been given, so we will put 160 here. Click on apply and you get the approved amount as 640 dirhams, which is correct as per the invoice. Click on add. You will find that particular investigation appearing in the list below. Now that you've done this, click on save. In case there's any other investigation or medicine to be added, you can do so. In this particular invoice, there are only these 3 to be entered. Once you have finished with that, you will have to click on the finish button. Prior to that, please take a look at this particular comments section. In case you have any clarification that you require on any particular investigation or any point of the invoice, you can choose the particular handler from here who you want to send the query to, and the next field you will have to take a referral. The third one you have to take public, and then post the message. Put in your comments what exactly is the problem that you're facing. If it is a problem with the rates of the medicine or investigation, you can put in your comments here and post the message to the specific person. Once you get the clarification, you will have to come back, open the claim and complete it. Once everything is done, you will click on finish. When you click on finish, you get a dialog box asking you to check if everything has been entered correctly. If you're sure that everything is okay, the consultation, medication and investigation has been entered, you can click on submit, and that is the end of that particular claim. The status will be as pending. Close this window go to the next claim to be processed. In case you want to view the particular claim that you have submitted, you can click on this view submission and you will find the claim that you have entered in this list. Just in case you need to edit or do anything to this particular claim, you can go to this edit and do the necessary changes. As I mentioned earlier, you will have to ensure that all these claims that you have opened and started processing will have to be completed within a week of processing them. That's the end of the tutorial.